Hi there, how can I help you? Okay, okay, great, fantastic. So I think I maybe spoke to you on the phone earlier. Are you here for the Aeropress tutorial session? Okay, fantastic. Um, well, you're in luck because today your session is going to be with me. I'm Phil, I'm going to be your barista. So nice to meet you. You're in good hands. We here at the Stopwatch Espresso Bar, uh, we we love coffee, and we really care about people having the best experience possible. Um, Having access to coffees that they enjoy the taste of, brewed in a way that they find accentuates the flavors best for them. So, um, the Aeropress. Well, let me tell you a little bit about it. I've got the pieces here to show you. Um, so I'm just going to step a little bit closer while I show you these, okay? So the first part is the plunger. It's got the numbers 1 through 4 on the side, and it's just really like a hollow cylinder, like the top of a syringe, and it's got this rubber cap on the bottom. Okay, and the plunger fits inside the chamber. The chamber is just a hollow tube, again, has the numbers 1 through 4. Okay, and the plunger fits in the top. Just like this. Okay. The next thing I want to show you is the filter cap. Okay, so it's a plastic cover. It has lots of little holes in it, and that is where you will set one of these. Got some little discs of filter paper. Sounds quite nice. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Okay, so the filter cap, place one of these little filter papers inside, just like that. Make sure it's tucked down. Nearly dropped it. I'll set that down for now. Okay, so normally this would fit just on the end, like that. Okay, and inside here is where our coffee grounds and our hot water are going to go. So those are the main parts. Just take these apart again. Tidy up my filters. So what is the coffee from an Aeropress like? It's quite strong. It's not very acidic. I think it's only about a fifth as acidic as a filter coffee. I find that it gives a very full, very full sense of what the bean really tastes like. I find that it's very flavoursome, very rich, very clean with the paper filters that we use. Yeah, I find that it's also very good just for brewing one cup. You know, if you have a cafetiere or French press, you may not want to brew a whole bunch of coffee. You may not want to get a 1 cup machine because it's very expensive. So the Aeropress is great for that. I use it to make myself a lot of coffee at home. So that is the equipment. Just let me quickly show you the beans that we have on offer today, okay? Okay, these are my 2 personal recommendations based on what we talked about on the phone earlier. These are both a Square Mile coffee. Okay, so I'll just tell you a little bit about each of them, and I'll make a recommendation on which one I think is what you'll go for, but it's your choice. Okay, so the Agua Regata Espresso. This is a Colombian bean. This coffee is incredibly clean and sweet. It has notes of toffee, cranberries, peaches, and malt biscuits. There's a nuggety sweetness that is rounded out with a prominent citrus acidity. Good. Okay, so if you can see these, they're quite small beans. They're not too dark. I'm not a big fan of very dark, sort of smoky blends. So these are about a city roast, or a full city roast. Don't worry, I do that to all the customers. Okay, the second coffee comes from a variety of small farms, and it's of Ethiopian origin. This coffee is all about the florals and sweetness, reminding us of honeysuckle. It has a citrus acidity with a delicate and silky mouthfeel. It is a balanced yet complex coffee. I should mention both of the beans that I've recommended to you today are fully washed, so they both underwent the same process. Good. If you can see these are almost these are almost an even smaller bean, and these are incredibly fresh. They were only roasted 3 days ago, and oh, it's a delicious coffee, and you'll be glad to hear works especially well in the Aeropress. You can either have the Agua Regata espresso, or you can go with my recommendation for you, which would be the Rico Yurgachev. So, okay, no problem. And I should mention, obviously the beans that we'll be using tonight will be freshly ground. The water that we're going to use will be filter water, purified water. It won't be from the tap. Tap water in the city has a strange taste. So let me just quickly tell you about the recipe that I will be using. One of the great things about the Aeropress is that there is a real sort of community that has come together by perfecting the Aeropress, coming up with new ways to brew coffee in it, people trying different things, and the recipe that I'm going to, or the method that I'm going to follow today is Jeff Vallen's World Aeropress Championship winning recipe from 2013, which is last year. So the judges thought it was good, and I think it's pretty good. It's pretty close to what I was using before. So I've just made a few small adjustments. So let me just tell you what we're going to be doing. Sorry, excuse me. So Jeff's recipe is to grind 17 grams of coffee to just a little bit coarser than filter paper. Some people make their Aeropress with their Aeropress the regular way up. I like to use what's called the inverted method and then flip the Aeropress onto the cup. So I'll be using an inverted Aeropress. Jeff keeps his the normal way up. So I'll be adding 50 grams of water at 83 degrees centigrade for the bloom. And the bloom is just the initial mixture of that small amount of hot water with the coffee grounds. Okay, it's to get the coffee firstly wet, to mix the oils in with the water, to get the flavours moving into the water, and it'll be releasing a lot of carbon dioxide, so you'll see very fine bubbles on top, and really we're going to end up with a very small, short, very strong coffee concentrate, which we're going to end up topping up with water slightly later on. We're going to let that bloom for 40 seconds. I'll get all of the grounds nice and wet. I'll give it a bit of a shake, get everything moving. And then I'm very slowly going to add 215 grams more water at 79 degrees centigrade over another 30 seconds. Okay, at that stage I'm going to flip my Aeropress over, put it on top of the cup, and I'm going to press over the course of 30 seconds, and hopefully we'll have a very nicely extracted, very tasty coffee. So if you just want to step over here to this table at the side, then I'll get the brew started there. Okay. enjoy the coffee. I hope it's to your taste, and I hope you find it interesting learning a little bit about the Aeropress method of making coffee. I'm going to be just behind the coffee bar if you need me. If you do, give me a shout and I'll be all yours. Okay? Well, thanks again for coming in. I had a great time. Hope you did too, and I'll see you soon.